Alright, so you guys, here we are, hole 7 that we're going to be looking at here. We're going to definitely be blasting this as far as possible. Keep in mind, 7 rings, 7, 8 rings is where your ball's going to land. So I'm just visualizing that. I'm not going to do any counter curl or anything because the wind angle is to the left, so it should just kind of, roll relatively straight. It might roll a little to the right, but I'm okay with that because I kind of want to make the hole shorter if I can anyway. This is going to be a really tough one to make. As you can see, a very tucked pin. It'd be nice to be able to... So this is a very poor wind direction for... So one of the things that I want to do is just try to figure out, how big is that second bounce. It looks very small to me, maybe about 2 rings. I'd imagine that's going to be about 1 on a Pegasus. So that's going to be the club here. And this is going to be a really brutal adjustment. It's a tough wind angle. We're going to be pulling off the green. There's a lot of reasons that this adjustment is going to be very difficult. So let me just reset my bag because I don't know, I never know what's coming. Let me just do this. We'll go peg. So peg 4. We really have to pull out a lot of the arsenal sometimes. It's really just luck of the draw. This is pretty much the last wind direction that you want to see. Now I might be just a little bit from max, but you can see it's mostly max. You got to keep in mind, like I said, that you could see that bounce was going to be very short, that second bounce. And another thing that's going to happen is since we're pulling off this green, it's probably going to short land on us. So because of that, you're going to see that I have this ball guide set up way up towards the hole. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to pull down in this bunker. It's not going to land this far, I can tell you. In fact, sometimes the hole might be a good indicator. So let's just say hypothetically, you can see I'm right in front of the pin here. And because I know I'm going to be dead center of this bunker, which is going to be super low. So the ground's going to be really low here. And I'm close to the max, like I said. I'm thinking, but I'm going to have to underpull also. And I'm also probably going to shift my pull angle a little bit as well. So I'm thinking 5.4 at the most. Might even go a little under that. And if this was my straight up and down, again, like I mentioned, I'm going to kind of shift this because it's an angled wind. It likes to not go this wind direction. 10:30 and 11:30 kind of requires you to kind of pull your rings at a different angle or adjust less because it doesn't like to go as much to the left or right. It goes more north-south with its adjustment. So you'll see that I kind of trick it into under-adjusting right pull. So I'm not pulling, when I shift this angle, I'm going less rings to the right. I'm going more back and down. And again, like I mentioned, we're going to underpull. I did have 7.9 in there. You can see this is probably 5.2. Significantly underpull here. So let's just try this out, see what it looks like. As you can see, very good overall. It just came in too hot. So I just started that ball guide. You can see what happened. You see how that came in towards the pin? It was an under adjustment and my pull angle was off. So it was off center. But you can see how the ball came in towards the pin. So you can see that, I'm making the necessary corrections. Because that wind angle was about 10:30, it wants to fly more straight down and less left movement. So you'll see I pull down to the right, and then the rings don't want to come back as much to the left. So you can see with what I'm doing there, a lot of conceptual things that you have to understand there that was going on. So that's a really good hole and shot to learn from. The only thing I needed to do was maybe just set up just a little bit less tight to the hole. And if I wouldn't have been so far down into that bunker with that adjustment, I would have probably backed off a little, and that would have given me a really good opportunity to make it. So keep all that in mind. Good luck. I'll see you guys on